Hello, my name is Vicky Gasco Green, and I would like to talk about my breast cancer journey. Unfortunately, it's a journey that a lot of women go on, and I guess my story started 2 years ago when my friend, who is an elite athlete, was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she is amazing. She runs marathons and everything, so it has a happy ending for her. She was a breast cancer survivor. But I hadn't had a mammogram in 3 years. And when she got breast cancer, she said, Vicky, have you had a mammogram? And I said, oops, I better get in. And I did. And that year I was free and clear. And then last year I had, well, they always, which is great, give you an appointment when you leave there for the next year so that you don't forget. My dog had gone into surgery and was under heavy meds, so I almost didn't make my appointment. I said, well, I'll just go a little later, but it's hard for us women sometimes to book that appointment and to go in there, and procrastination. And I went in and stayed longer than I expected because they had to do an ultrasound. So they found in the ultrasound that I had to come in for a biopsy. And so I went through my biopsy, and in my left breast, they found two different kinds of cancer. And I always thought with breast cancer that there was only one, it was breast cancer. I didn't know that there were several different kinds that you could get. And when I went in for my MRI, my right breast also had a different cancer. So I had three completely different cancers. And I want to let women know how important mammograms are because I felt nothing. I did not feel a lump anywhere. I felt like the only thing I felt that December was my sports bras were hurting me, my back. It had nothing to do with even my chest. It was all in my back. And so when I went in February and found that out, I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. And so for me, there was always that dense tissue, so I never felt it. I did not feel it. And the lobular cancer that was in my right side is a little more insidious because it branches out. It doesn't form a lump, so you really don't feel it. But I think the thing with me getting cancer was from having so many friends have it, from having my mother get it, from cousins and aunts and grandmother. You should make a plan, even if you don't have anybody in your family that has had breast cancer. 1 out of every 8 women get it, and that means it's really hard to dodge it. You're lucky if you don't get it. 1 out of every 8. I mean, that's crazy, but that's where cancer is with women, and it's a scary thought, but it's a thought you have to have and make a plan before you take action, because once the diagnosis comes in, you you're in shock, and you have to make some heavy duty decisions right then and there. And for me, it was always a no-brainer. I was like, if I get it in one breast, I'm getting them both taken off. That's it. I'm not going to mess around with it. And so even before we knew that my right breast also had cancer, I had told the doctor, I don't even want to talk about lumpectomy, nothing, just take them off. And so that was the plan, and I would have had to have them both taken off anyway. But when the right one, it was like it was already it's done. I don't want to mess with it. The problem with breast cancer and women getting mammograms is like every month counts, because had I not gone in that February and had I waited, it spreads so quickly because of your estrogen, and so you have to take care of yourself. And the other thing I was going to say is, I always said if I had to go through chemo, I would shave my hair before the cancer took my hair. Um, you're a woman without your breasts, you're a woman without your hair. Embrace the crazy changes you go through with it, because good spirits are what's going to keep you going through that time frame. So when I lost my hair, I was already pretty much bald anyway from my lovely hairdresser that took my hair off. Um, you know, and so um, when I lost my hair, it was just another phase. And I had always hid behind my hair. I always had bangs, always hid behind it, you know. And then I just went, you know what? It's not the worst thing that could happen. And I didn't want to look sick, so I didn't wear a scarf. And I mean, that's a personal thing. I mean, if you want to, you can. I just, for me, I didn't. I wanted it to look like it was a fashion choice. Like I was Sinead O'Connor, and I was, you know, I just wanted to shave my head. That's how it was, you know, because I didn't want to bring attention to it. And I would just say it's so important, women, all of you out there. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and a lot of people go around and they're like, save the boobies and all that kind of stuff. Please don't look at your breasts as something to save. It's a part of your body. Yes, it's the part of my body that fed my kids when they were babies. It's a part of my body, but it's not my life. And the other thing that I did not think through before, maybe I would have made a different choice, I'm not sure, but this is something that, you know, you might have to face, is reconstruction. um, I chose to have the reconstructive surgery, and so now I have very firm breasts. Um, but I didn't think it through as I'm a woman in my 50s. I'm 54, and in a few years, you have to get them replaced. And well, in a few years, I'm going to be in my 60s, so I want to go through surgery and get them replaced. So maybe I would have done something differently. Maybe I would have um, not had any reconstruction done. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're there. They're fine. I'll deal with it when I have to deal with it. But um, make a plan. Make a plan. 1 out of every 8 women. Very important. Please take care of yourselves, and please realize that the quicker you find out what your diagnosis is, the better off you'll be. Because by the time it gets into your lymph nodes, and you know, radiation and all that stuff that you have to deal with, and then more complications, um, and it's just something you're going to have to make a plan for, even if you just want to go through holistically, doing things holistically, and not get tamoxifen and all that. I mean, there are other ways. Change your diet. There's a lot of things that you can do. It is a personal choice, but make sure you make that choice before you have to go in, so at least you have a plan, because everything gets really crazy in that doctor's room, or in that when that phone call comes in and says that you have cancer. Uh, if you have a plan in place, at least it's a little easier to deal with. So I guess that's what I have to say. And for all you women that are battling cancer right now, I wish you all the best. God bless you on your journey. And I pray for your quick recovery. Thank you very much.